What's up guys, it's Danta. Now in my previous cloth transmog video, I said that I would probably do a male transmog video next. Now as you can see, this ain't a male transmog video. The reason for that is very simple. I wanted to show you guys some cool transmogs and well, I was messing around for around 4 hours trying to figure out one cool looking set and it still looked like ass. And not in a good way, right? Now the next transmog video will probably be for Paladins, since a lot of people have been asking about some cool Paladin sets. Also, I've seen what's coming to the trading post in a couple of days, and holy shit. You can make some insane transmog sets with those Forsaken armor pieces. So I guess I will have to make a Forsaken Paladin set for those of you that play a Paladin. Anyway, enough yapping, let's get started. So this guy was once a daring treasure hunter, sneaking into villages for priceless loot. He met his downfall in the Undermine when a rigged treasure chest exploded, blowing half of his face, hands and feet to bits. Goblins found him, but instead of mercy, they turned him into a cybernetic experiment. Wired with monstrous prosthetics and a mask to cover his shattered mouth, they discarded him like broken machinery, leaving him to rot in the garbage of the Undermine. Now the operation fractured his mind. He no longer remembers who he was. Now he is driven by madness and an insatiable hunger for treasure. He hunts goblins, undead, and anyone standing between him and loot. He wields a screwdriver in one hand to adjust his cybernetics, but also to stab his victims, and a bone saw in the other hand to carve his way forward. He is a dangerous lunatic, fueled by painkillers and obsession. Let's go over the transmog items that I'm using. Now for the head item, I'm using the nitro-clad hood. I got mine from a tier 8 bountiful delve. The right shoulder is hidden. The left shoulder can be bought from the Nightfall vendor, which was added in patch 11.1.5. For the shirt, I'm using the tuxedo-like shirt from the Brawlers Guild. You barely see it though, so if you don't have it, just use another shirt to cover up the small gap between the bracer and chest. The chest is from Aeonar in the Burning Throne on Heroic. The belt is the Excavator's trusty satchel from the Excavator event in the Azure Span. I'm wearing the pants from the Burning Throne on Heroic. The boots are from the Necrolord story quest. The wrist piece is a rogue tier item from the Liberation of the Undermine raid on LFR. Now getting these Season 2 LFR pieces is really easy right now, because you can just convert a veteran item in the Catalyst. The gloves are also from the Necrolord story quest. The bag is the treasure nabbing bag from the Diablo anniversary event, which by the way is coming back soon, so keep an eye out. For weapons, the main hand is the Goblin screwdriver, which is a drop from one of the bosses on the Siren Isles. The offhand is the bone saw from the bloated loot fly quest in Maldraxxus. The Abyssal Angler is a shadowy predator who rules the ocean's darkest depths like a walking nightmare. The angler's skull helmet glows with a wicked, ghostly light, luring prey straight into his trap. With skulls on his shoulders and daggers that glow with a murderous light, this set oozes dread that will haunt your dreams. Now his gear is torn from the abyssal void itself, whispering of forgotten horrors and ancient curses. He doesn't just catch his victims, he flays them alive like helpless little fish. Now I really wanted to build a set that actually works with the angler helm, and honestly, I think it turned out great. The best part is that you can use it on any leather wearer. Anyway, let's go over the transmog pieces that I've used. So I got the Angler Skull helmet a long time ago from running a normal tier 4 sinkhole delve. Now the shoulders drop from the final boss in Torghast. The chest is the Wither Heart studded breastplate from Sylvanas in Sanctum of Domination on LFR. For the belt I'm using the Earthen Deckhands sash, which you can buy on the Siren Isles. The legs are from LFR Sanctum of Domination. The tabard is the shadowy mill tabard from the trading post. For the gloves, I'm using the Hangman's knot binders, which are from Mythic Painsmith in the Sanctum of Domination. The boots are also from Mythic Sanctum. Now you can use a lot of weapons with this set, but I went for the Jagged Iris Sika. They drop from Waycrest Manor on normal. And on those daggers, I've also used the River Song Illusion. The Witch Hunter is the relentless shadow who stalks the dark corners of Revendreth. He hunts down vampires, witches, gargoyles, anything cursed enough to think that the shadows will protect them. He is no ally to the Vantir, he is the thing that they fear. When a knock sounds at your door in the dead of night, and you open it to find nothing there, know this, he's already stepped through the shadows behind you. Silent and deadly, the witch hunter makes his prey disappear without a trace. He makes sure that no one survives to see another day. Now this set is actually super easy to put together. It's not a full set. Even though most of these pieces come from Revendreth, there's a lot of mix and matching going on. Now for the helmet, I'm using the Sinister Mask, which drops from Sire Denetrius in Castle Nathria on normal. The shoulders are the Occult Peddler's Pauldrons. You can buy the whole set from Obsidian in Dornegal. Now that said, hiding your shoulders works surprisingly well with this set too. The chest and legs are both from the Vantir Covenant story quests. You get the belt after one of the first quests for the new Nightfall faction in patch 11.1.5. The boots and gloves also come from normal Castle Nathria. The backpiece can be bought from the Vantir Renown vendor. And for the weapons, I'm using the Rogue Artifact weapons. But you could also go with the Rogue Weapon Ensemble from the Mist Pandaria Remix event if you have it. Alright, so I guess it's time for another story. Now, this guy decided that he wanted to farm some glorious Transmog items in Silitis. But around 4 PM, it became darker and darker outside. So he started to look up at the sky and see what was going on. Well, what he saw was a massive fucking blade crashing down from the sky. He got hit by Sargeras' world-shattering strike. He should have died instantly, but instead, he awoke within the realm of the First Ones. Now this may sound like an isekai, but believe me, he's not going to marry 3 women or enslave a raccoon girl, okay? Don't worry. Now the First Ones are ancient beings who bound him to the fractured flow of time itself. Imbued with cosmic power, his gear transformed into both armor and tools to navigate the shifting timelines. Now known as the Ghost of the First Ones, he moves unseen through moments that threaten to unravel existence. He is the guardian who ensures the future remains on its destined path. Anyway, let's go over the Transmog pieces. So for the head item, I'm using the Lurking Spectre's Visage from LFR Aberrus. The shoulders drop from Sepulchre on LFR. The chest is from the Fetid Devourer in Uldir on Heroic. The belt is the new Delph belt from patch 11.1.7. Now the legs drop from Mother in Uldir on Heroic. The boots drop from Gahun in Uldir on Heroic. The gloves are from LFR Sepulchre as well. Now the cloak also drops in Uldir on Heroic, but hiding the cloak also looks really good, so that's an option too. For the weapons, I'm using the Edge of Night from Sylvanas in Sanctum of Domination on normal with the Shah Corruption Illusion. Now you can also use the Gleaming Mill Tabard. It goes really well with this set. So if you like that chainmail look, then this is an option as well. Oh boy, so this undead was once a proud, beautiful Alliance warrior until a twisted ritual done by Mal'Ganis shattered his destiny. Drenched in cursed plague, his flesh rots by the hour. He has these toxic vials dangling from his pants, which are the only things that are keeping him alive. There's a poisonous mist that clings to his rotted body. Wherever he walks, the land withers for days. And those who wander too close will watch their skin bubble and eventually melt away. Now some have even begun to whisper his new name, the Horseman of Pestilence. Now it wouldn't be a Rogue Transmog video without a Poison and Decay Abomination set, right? It's actually really easy to make. Maybe a bit too easy, but I still wanted to show you guys this one because it fits the whole Rogue theme really well. I usually go with no helmet at all, since you can already make his face look like a disgusting decaying corpse, which fits the vibe perfectly. But if you want to wear a mask or an helmet, you can use the gas mask from the Love is in the Air event, or you could go for the leather helmet from the Necrolord's Covenant story quests. For the shoulders, I'm using the Season 3 Dragonflight PvP shoulders. Now you could also use the Necrolord arm shoulder on one side and the PvP shoulder on the other to make it look even more like an abomination. The chest and boots come from the Necrolord's story questline. The waist, legs and hands are all from the Dragonflight PvP vendor. For the cloak, I'm using the Skillguard Great Cloak, which you can get by buying Benthic cloaks in Nashatar. Another great option, if you have it, would be one of those Maldraxxus themed back pieces like the Pristine Containment Pack. As for the weapons, I'm using the Rogue Artifact weapons because the green poison visual absolutely fits this set and basically ties everything together. Well guys, those are all of the Rogue Transmog sets that I've got for you today. Hopefully this video gave you some ideas for your own character. Let me know. Did you like any of these sets? Would you change anything? Maybe swap out a piece or use a different weapon. And like I mentioned earlier, the next video will probably be a Paladin Transmog showcase, so if you are a Paladin player, you've got something to look forward to. Also, I hope you enjoyed the ridiculous backstories again. Some are pretty crazy, but imagining crazy lore for these characters, that's just what I love to do. Anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing. And if you've got any questions or suggestions, just drop them in the comment section down below. Now, as always, thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.